Hi folks, first video in a few days. I mentioned how it's been a bit of a week because I lost a friend this week, and I hadn't seen him in ages, but he'd been a part of my life on and off for, where are we, 25 years. So it was a pretty big deal losing him, even though I hadn't seen him in over a year, and the last time I'd seen him we'd fallen out. It still hit me like a ton of bricks. But as I said, I'd been putting in some serious, hard yards, adoration and prayer, and so I coped with it far better than I was expecting, and I've been a bit up and down since then. But there's been a lot of other factors contributing to that. But yeah. So the thrust of this video is that. So I've already talked about adoration a lot and explained what that is in previous videos. And as I've already said, I cannot recommend it enough. And then the other, a sort of similar thing is going to Mass. So Mass is just the Catholic word for going to church. And so it's so similar to adoration in a lot of ways, because the real presence is always there in the church, in the Catholic Church. If it's not emanating from the monstrance that you see in adoration, it's emanating from the tabernacle instead, up on the altar, which it's basically a very ornate gold box, to put it bluntly. But then the kind of climax of Mass is receiving communion. So going up and receiving, instead of sitting in front of a large consecrated host in the monstrance, you're going up to the front towards the end of the Mass and receiving a smaller one in your hand, and then you literally take that, put it in your mouth and eat it. So you're literally taking the real presence, the life of God himself, Jesus Christ, God incarnate, into your actual being. And then and all the prayers during the Mass leading up to that prepare you for that in a really special way. And so that when you do finally receive him in that way, it just changes you.